welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen. How are you doing today? I'm not too bad. It's good to see you back. So I wanted to wear, so my husband gave me this dress like before we were married, and I wanted to wear it because of the soap we're doing, because it's, I love the color green, but I don't have a lot of green things. Does that make sense? And so I know, okay, so I pieced this together because this doesn't really go to this, but you know, it's a halter off the shoulders, and I kind of want to make it appropriate. And yeah, I know I'm showing too much cleavage, but it's not for kids. My videos are not for kids, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll make do, right? We'll make do. My question today is, do you see, I mean, okay, so as far as Christmas goes, you know, there's all sorts of holidays, Boxing Day and Hanukkah, and you know, all these things that are celebrated in December, and they're celebrated. But do you ever see the sad side of Christmas? I mean, take the commercialism out and take everything else out like that, but do you ever see the sad side? So one of my daughters shared this with me. She has a friend who is a single child to a single parent, and they have never celebrated Christmas. No tree, no cookies, no presents, no stockings, no Jesus, no nothing. Okay, nothing. Not that it's just they didn't, and I don't know if there's a reason, but and I have thought about this a lot, you know, over the years. When you're a child and you're in school, how does it make you feel when you have, you know, well, how does it make you feel? I know how I felt. I mean, I thought we got one gift from my parents that was clothing, and one gift that was kind of a toy, and Santa brought kind of like a toy thing, something little, you know, so it was very limited. And we didn't get huge gifts from Santa ever, and I never thought about it till one of my own children brought it to my attention. They're like, yeah, well, so-and-so got an Xbox from Santa, and I'm just like they feel like they're not good enough. They're not good enough for Santa to bring them something. And it's almost like the Lampoon's Christmas. Oh my gosh, I should not quote that. My husband watches that year round. But the girl on there, you know, how she says, we were good last year and they got the shaft, you know. I mean, how many kids feel that way? You know, how many kids feel that way because Santa doesn't bring them these high price gifts, you know? I mean, through the years, my kids have basically, what do they get from Santa? They get gold coins and maybe a fancy pop and Cheese Whiz, you know, the on the Ritz cracker that's so bad for you and lasts all year long and it still looks the same. I mean, yeah. So there's that whole, and that's part of the commercialism of it, and it's sad. And so yeah, it's really hard to deal with, you know, as a parent even, you know, but it's a whole nother thing. It's a whole nother thing, right? Okay, I'll quit talking, but yeah. Have you subscribed to the email? I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Have you subscribed to the email to get the code for the shopping code? You don't have to use it, but you might decide you want to or you need to, and you know, what do you got to lose? A couple of emails a year? I don't mind. Okay, to the soap. We are doing, Minty Mocha. Minty Mocha. Peppermint Mocha. Sounds yummy. And it looks yummy. And it smells yummy. Let me tell you, it's not a drink, but it's gorgeous. It's just stellar. It's just, I couldn't be happier with the soap. I will tell you more about it in the video. 3 things. Dream big, be true to you. You are worth it. And don't stress so much about Christmas because, you know, Christmas is supposed to be in your heart. Let's go check this out. And to the soap. So if you don't blow up my chat or comment section with you don't celebrate Christmas, you don't like Christmas, whatever. I always say you do you. This is my channel. This is what I'm talking about, and I get to say what I want, pretty much. Okay, that's just my opinion. That's how I am. This is my melt and pour, and once again, I am not doing it the way I'm supposed to be doing it. So you get to see me. You get to see me slop this in the mold. Yep. Can you figure out what I'm doing? So this is my melt and pour, and once again, I'm not doing the ratios correctly for melting it to remelt it, but it works great for me, you guys. And then I don't have all those glycerin beads all over. I did do some research, and I heard you could take a fan to it, and so it dries out the outside just enough, and then you're okay. But I haven't tried it because I haven't done a major project where I absolutely needed it to. So there is that. And here we go again with the other color of melt and pour with, so it was Kelly Green and titanium dioxide, if you want to know the colors. And this is Cappuccino by Brambleberry. So it's my melt and pour, and I had a little bit of glycerin to it because it does not contain, when I make it, I don't put the full amount of glycerin and alcohol in it. It gives me a little more leverage on what I want to do with it, because if you make sugar cube scrubs with it, this way they're freaking awesome. I've tried it with the full strength glycerin and alcohol and all that jazz, and I get little it bleeds. It kind of bleeds glycerin beads, and I don't like that. So multiple use. So have you figured out what I'm doing with this? I'm making an embed. That's what I'm doing. And we go to the soap, which has cocoa butter and apricot kernel oil for a fun twist. Let's see. Yeah. Fragrance oil is a blend of peppermint candy and peppermint essential oil so what I do is, because I don't want, it's going to, we've talked about discoloration a lot here. Those two are going to stay pretty white, okay? When I do I'm trying to find my notes here. Where the heck are they? It's a espresso, and it's chocolate. Oh, espresso and chocolate fudge. Those will like the pumpkin bar. They're gonna go totally brown. So that is what I set aside to the right there. That was 12 ounces for my fudge and espresso. This is going to get the peppermint and the fragrance oil. And then it will be actually split off because I'm going to retain about 2/3 of the white for the top. This is just some white titanium dioxide powder mixed with water. You really got to work it really well to disperse it. Sometimes I have to, if I don't make it in advance, you gotta just make sure it's mixed in really, really well, because I want the top to be white. Okay, I want the top to be white. It's whipped cream. It's got to be white. So I am pouring off, what am I pouring off? 7 ounces for my white top, for the top, which gives me approximately 10 to 11 ounces, which I will make into mint green. And I don't want you to get too excited about watching the pour of this, because I don't know what happened, okay? It didn't film, or my phone might have rang and I didn't notice it. And, yeah, so don't get too excited. because it's not there. I kid you not. It's so disappointing. So I did add the espresso and the chocolate fudge, whatever it's called. And then I did a drop swirl. Okay? Did a drop swirl. And this is my embed that I made. And I'm making like an Andes mint type thing, you know, those to go on top of the espresso. I personally think they should add one just because, I mean, those are great, right? Love those things. Too bad I can't count. I swear I had 7. I only had 6. I don't know. Why did I only... I can't count, you guys. Can't count. I can't film. Okay, so this one's a disaster. The filming's a disaster. The soap is not a disaster. How about that? Does that work for you? So I'm just chopping these little pieces up because I thought I had enough of the big pieces. My little Andes mints. Yeah. Whatever. And then I was thinking of taking the hanger swirl to it. That's what I was doing. And actually I did do that, and then I realized it didn't film. So I did take a hanger swirl to it originally, and then I'm going to sculpt the top, but it wasn't thick enough yet. And then I forgot to film it. This whole video is just crazy. So I'm just kind of knocking it down a little bit so I don't have like stiff peaks on the soap. Not that it matters. You guys, it's soft. Even the cupcake soaps, some people think they're just really hard, and they're not. They glide right on, and it's actually kind of cool. So I'm trying to place these exactly so each bar gets one. Which is, I mean, that's the obvious thing to do, right? So each bar gets one. And then I did put this in the oven to see pop and gel because my Embeds don't have all the glycerin and alcohol and sugar syrup in them that they could if they were typically, if it was made. So mine can actually withstand a little bit higher heat, which is nice. That, you know, that's kind of the bonus to it all. And that last bar, I just put a bunch of pieces on it. I felt bad for him. And then I was going to sprinkle them on there, and I was like, oh, don't do it. Just leave it alone. Do you think I should have put them on there? I don't know. I had to make sure that they stayed. You know, that's an important thing. And there's the soap, and it's already starting to discolor on the outside. Right now it looks really kind of ishy. One thing to combat that, if you're concerned, is you could put brown oxide in there, and you know, to make sure it all discolors equally. And this video is all sorts of screwed up. Yep, missed that cutting of my soap. So now you have to watch me clean it up. Crazy, isn't it? It's just crazy. You know, I think Christmas is stressful for parents, especially nowadays. There's so much. Kids have so much. You know, who do you buy presents for? I mean, not your kids, but, you know, otherwise, other family, other friends, you know. Sometimes it's just too much that all goes around. And my husband, I'll tell you something about my husband. He's a guilty gift giver, okay? We will discuss, like, what the kids make a wish list, okay? And we discuss, like, what we like on the wish list and what they don't and whatever. You know, that's the thing about the wish list is you could put a puppy on there. That doesn't mean you're getting a puppy, okay? But each year, it seems like we go over the list, we purchase the items, And he takes it upon himself to think that they're getting screwed or something. And then he goes and buys more gifts. I kid you not. But it's just because he doesn't spend a lot of quality time with him. And that's why I call him a guilty gift giver, because he has done this for years, like years. Or he wants to just, like, I don't know, like, overboard on the gift giving. And it just drives me batty. It really does. I hate it. Hate it. That's the commercialism side. It's not to him. He's got other issues with it, but you don't have to be a guilty gift giver. What you give is if it's from the heart and it's meant, it has meaning behind it, that's the best gift. You put thought into it. He doesn't put thought in things. That's the problem. He just spur of the pants thing, But anyway, enough of that. Yep, it's tough on parents. Yeah, see, the whole, and then the money and But here's the fragrance notes: dark espresso, chocolate, and peppermint. Oh my. I'd definitely have a shot of that. There's my beautiful soap. Look at how it darkened up. So, I hope you had a good time. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.